Well, I know there are other carers out there. I'm not one to join great support groups because talking about the caring role is very upsetting, as you've seen. So I tend not to go there, I just get on with it, because what's the point in getting upset about it on a day-to-day or a week-to-week basis? It doesn't do me any good, it doesn't do my lupus any good. So we just get on with life, really. So isolated to a certain extent. There's not much point in meeting up with other carers to share the experience, because that doesn't enable the experience to be any less. Everybody knows that I'm a carer now. We've linked in with the Essex County Council Carers Scheme, so they know that I'm a carer, that I'm looking after here. They know we have a vulnerable adult here. Hopefully that information has filtered through, that should anything happen, then there will be people who will step in and make sure that mum is looked after. So I think I've covered all of those bases to make sure that that happens. That also is another... it's not a problem, but it's an issue, I suppose, in that if you and I are... this is another part of the guilt trip that I mentioned earlier, that if we are away and anything happened to the two of us whilst we were away, I'm very aware that there is nobody who would pick up the pieces, to be honest, beyond the doctors and the social services when they were informed. But if you and I were out driving and, God forbid, were involved in a car crash type accident, and were unable to use a phone, I don't know what would happen to mum. Because she would then be the only person who comes in here every day happens at lunchtime. So I don't know what would happen. That gives me heebie-jeebies if I think about it.
So you worry about it?
Oh yes, of course I do. Because what can I do? How can I make sure that other people know that we're not here when there isn't anybody? You know, we've just moved here, so we're new anyway. We're making relationships, but I haven't got relationship with a son or a daughter or another close family member to say, oh, we're just popping out. So it's a worry. And that's a constant worry every time we go out.